name of your business?
Cool. Look at that. I don't know what's going on here. I'm gonna not do any hand motions. How about
I
that?
love it. I like the fireworks. It good.
Cool. Yeah. So it's on Monday. On Instagram, it's on Monday Company, and yeah, I started it. It's been live now for just about a month and a half, and it's been very fun.
Amazing. So if you had to describe your business On Monday Company in one sentence, what would it be?
Yeah, absolutely. So On Monday is a clothing brand. It's designed to empower and inspire dreamers, kind of like my shirt says here, to discover their potential and find the thing that they want to do and stop delaying action on it. So what On Monday is really about is providing motivational products, whether it's through clothing or digital products, to get them started on that path and figure out what it is that they want to do. And we're going to be there for the journey from where you are now to where you want to be. And then building a community around that. So a lot of community initiative there too.
Amazing. That's perfect for our first Feature Friday because it's like not only your side hustle, but it's your side hustle and your small business, but it's actually inspiring other people within your business. The entire point is to inspire people to have their own businesses and like go their own way. So that's amazing. So tell us a little bit about your personal backstory and your connection with the business.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think from a really early age, I grew up in a family business, and I always had like all these ideas of things that I wanted to do. So growing up in a family business, seeing that, my dad could build something that could provide for our family, and then trying to figure out what it is that I wanted to do and trying a lot of different things. I ended up actually working in marketing. So that's kind of where my trajectory headed. And through that, I kind of always had these side hustles going on. I'd had my own videography business that I was doing full time at one point. I started a clothing brand with one of our mutual friends, Jack, and he's been a huge help for me. And then at my current job, in my role, I work in marketing, and I run franchise brand development for over 120 locations across the country in our franchise. And working with our team, we essentially help build businesses up and help people who come in who are also dreamers and wanted to start something of their own, and we help do that. So all of it kind of tied in, and I had this idea to have a brand that could also not only provide that opportunity for me, but also be able to allow me to encourage others, kind of like what I do in my day job is helping business owners get to a higher level. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing now, and essentially what I'm doing with On Monday. It's building that, even though it's through clothing and through digital products, it's still providing that avenue to encourage you to get after what it is that you want. And these are just kind of things that I try to live by. And like my shirt says dreamers, it says day one over one day. It just,
Yeah.
whatever it is that you want to do, like if you keep pushing it off, that day will never come. Just make it today. It might be messy, it might be chaotic, but just get started.
Yes, I love that message. I think that's so true. Like there's so much analysis paralysis with starting whatever it is you want to start, and we push it off for years, and just like having that, I think, on your body, like your inspiration right there showing the world, and when you look in the mirror, like that's such a cool creative idea. So amazing. So was there, like, with coming up with the idea for your brand, you said, I mean, it sounds like you had not necessarily the mentorship, but like your family business as kind of an inspiration, and then like was there something else that led you to the idea?
Yeah, absolutely. So believe it or not, I actually came up with the name On Monday with a group of friends about 3 years ago. So like we've been talking about it, even in building the other clothing brand that I was working with, Culture 7, with Jack and our friends. We like I would tell Jack about it. I've been talking about this for a long time, and like what I kind of wanted to do with it. It was just kind of figuring out how to deliver that message, which was, part of the struggle. So the number one thing was definitely having good mentorship in the form of leaders in my life. And I think that's something that I've recognized with building the On Monday community is that if you want to get anywhere, like starting is the first thing, but after that is finding good people in your life. So over the past couple of years, I'm very grateful for this, been able to develop a very great circle of mentors and leaders and people that I respect and admire, and they've all been instrumental in being like, okay, this is a good kind of starting point and avenue to get to where you want to be. um, and that kind of led to it. And I had the experience with clothing and the content creation side of things and the marketing, so it was just a really good fit for me to be able to do while also pursuing my professional career as well.
So kind of all just like perfectly blended. And you shared a little with me before, a little bit about how you're documenting your journey. And I think that's really interesting because a lot of times we see the end product of a business, but we don't see the journey that goes into it, which is, I think, where people they start to feel like, oh, I can't do that because look what they've created if you only see the end product. So I think it's really creative and inspiring that you're documenting your journey. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so I actually heard this quote from this guy named Alex Ramosi, who he's big in the marketing world, and he said, uh, "I always wish that my heroes would have documented their journey. Like, how cool would it have been to see, Steve Jobs or Jeff Bezos in the beginning of their business journey and see that?" So I took that to heart, and I really like I also enjoy that, and I read a lot, and I love reading biographies and things like that. So I decided that I wanted to try to document as much as possible on the building side of things so that when this is successful and when this does grow, I can actually use those tools to help teach other people. Same thing. I started an On Monday podcast that's launching very soon. I've got like 6 episodes recorded, and my goal with the podcast is to actually bring people on to share their journeys, to give them a place to document what it is that they're doing, because I think it's so valuable to actually hear that. Because even though maybe somebody doesn't want to start a clothing brand, but maybe somebody wants to be financially, successful, they can hear from you and the things that you went through to get there. So I think it's super valuable, but I also admire, like, I know that you've just hit about a year, right, on your journey. I'm actually curious on what it's been like for you on the content creation side, how it's been to share your message and share kind of that process. And I know there's a lot of things probably that, you've struggled with that you maybe didn't even put up, but I've been curious just how that's been for you.
So I started my business in 2022, actually. And I was so nervous to put my face online. I had a different name for my business. It didn't have my name in it. It was called Big Money 20s, my original name for my business. And all of my content was like words on a screen, like hard posts, because I was too nervous to like show my face. So for a year, I was like resharing other people's posts and like putting these things that I made on Canva out. And then one day, a year ago, on May 15th, 2023, I was like, I need to start making these videos. I need to start hopping on the real trend. And I was in the process of changing the name of my business to put my name into it, because I realized that a lot of people wanted to connect with me. Like, they didn't want to connect with a faceless business, especially for their finances, because finance is so personal. So it's been fun getting to understand how to make content. Like, in my personal life, I was not someone that used social media a ton. So now I'm like
Yeah.
on it every single day, which is definitely different. But I think it's really fun because I've been able to connect with so many more people, and making the videos is actually really fun for me, like getting to pull from different ideas and get creative with it. So it's not something that I would have expected to be spending so much time on in my business. I thought I'd just be, coaching people financially, but actually a lot of it is sharing what I'm doing and what my clients are doing online, which is more fun than I expected.
Yeah, it's so valuable because a lot of times, I work in franchising, so we're working with business owners who have sometimes jumped into the business world and never had any experience with it, and they're having situations that their neighbor might not be having, or problems, unexpected issues. So all the content that you do may address something for one specific person in one video, and then it might hit somebody else in a different one. So it's super valuable to share as much as you can, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. And that's what brings us here. So I do want to wrap it up and let everybody know where they can find you and support your On Monday journey, your business journey.
Yeah, absolutely. So right now I'm kind of sharing things on both profiles, but the business profile, it's at On Monday Company. Here on Instagram, I think that's the best place. The website is onmondayco.com, where we have our initial kind of launch collection, which is this Dreamers tee and our logo t-shirt. But there's a lot more to come. But yeah, here on Instagram, we'll be documenting everything. And yeah, thanks so much for having me.
Okay, yes. So at On Monday Company.
Yep, on Instagram. Exactly.
Amazing. All right. Thank you, Kevin, so much. And we'll see everybody next week for our next Community Feature Friday. See you.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Bye.
bye.